my father, one of the leader, and which among all of indigenous leaders gathering together to call together to march from Chiang Mai to Lamphun. They say that if the government don't listen, they will march until to Bangkok. And 20 years ago. And then they come back. They say that they set up certain the village in a new approach and a new adjust. This is Nong Tao. Now we live here. We live. This is small. About Nong Tao, this is about 115 households, and we have the area that our community together management. This is about 8,000 rice. About acre is 1 acre is about 3.2 rice. This is 8,000 rice. Please calculate. Please calculate by yourself. Then we divided. This is the color. The pink color is and yellow. This is paddy field. The pink color is gardening. Gardening is not gardening. Gardening. Like farming, small scale farming. And the green one is rotational farming, shifting farming in the culture. With our culture, this green one, and this is brown one. This is used area of this area we can cut a tree, can be used for the making house, for the firewood, for the use for necessary use in house.
The commons.
Common. Yeah.
Can be used by everybody?
In this village?
Yeah.
Yes.
This village?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think it's the commons.
It is. They're commoners. They have a commoner's right. They live in the village to use that land.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And this is conservation, preservation area. When nobody can go and cut it. We can see, we can go there to collect some herb and collect something that we need, but no cut, no using for farming, just for conservation.
Who manages that land? Does anybody manage the forest?
Community agreement.
Community agreement. Okay.
Yes, but we need many time to talk.
And who made the map? How did the map get made?
This at first I am writing by scaling and by using the. Do you know this style of map?
Ah, okay.
You can buy and go and buy, and then to understand.
So
you can.
made the map?
This is color.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it. And then I go to the shop to make this color by vinyl for us. Then this is fabric. Fabric.
Oh, fabric you glued on.
No, fire break.
Fabric.
We just made it in few days ago.
Mm.
So we all go to the fire break and sweep the leaves away to protect our forest from the other side of the village. And also when the fire happen here, it cannot go to other village. So we take responsibility in our
How was it coordinated? Do you have a village? Do you have a village meeting to plan it, or how do you know where to put the break and when everybody comes? How do you organize it?
this is boundary of our village. So the other village also have to start from here.
So they come at the same time and they also do stuff.
Not so.
His question was, how do you coordinate the activities? Is there a meeting, a council?
A meeting.
Who decides?
Of course, the first some leader have to be a part of that and then to start to raise this issue, and then people in the village, every household have to come to discuss about this. This is the time to manage by our responsibility for us, for human being, for animal, and for everyone in the world. This can be
And men and women both plan it, or is it men, or is everybody?
both,
Everybody.
everybody come.
Every household has to send their one each family supposed to go participate.
Yes. This is start almost 20 years ago. Then now I think if we have time, we can go to see inside how different between use area and preservation area. This is the color. This is the road that you are coming. And this is ceremony area to
Tree ordination. We put the monk rope to tie it with the tree, and then it becomes the symbolic of the forest, like the place that people are doing ceremony.
So who does that? Anybody, or the shaman, or?
We organize the leader, the elder, young boys and girls, or the housewife. We have a community, and every 3 years we perform the ceremony to thankful to the nature, to the unseen, the spirit, whatever, to ask for them to protect the people, the land, the sentient beings.
So do you ask them some questions and they give you answers, or you just do a ceremony?
also this community agreement. It's not one. This is not one doing, but we doing by people. This ceremony can be used, can be okay for this community, and then agreement and anytime participating. That's very important.
Okay.
This we do worship every 3 years. It's not just the local ceremony, but also with Catholic, with monk, with Buddhist religions, and with local culture, and do together. That is one of the methods that's showing.
So you bring in the other peoples and other religions,
Also,
and they will take place in the ceremony. They all come.
Because in this village, there are Buddhist, Catholic, Protestant, and only one traditional remain. Only one. We call Oche.
Okay.
Oche means dialogue.
Dialogue.
So if every the member of the family supposed to come when they decide to perform Oche ceremony. So every year the family have to come back and to do Oche together. We will talk about that later. It's very detailed.
And this is the name of in the Pacquiao name of the mountain. Yeah, we have many mountains. The name is belong to our village. This Pacquiao language. Also write it down. Every mountain. What is name? All together, almost 50 mountain, 50 name.
So what are the names like? Are they how it looks, or the person that owned it, or what do the names mean?
Yes, some name is coming because of the house look like. Some name because of somebody go there and do something, and it become the name.
That's very interesting to me if you have names like that.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Like if Mark go there and falling down, the mountain will be called Mark Fallen Mountain, like that.
Okay.
and and some places like the big animal go there make a pond, make something that different. They look very different, and then people becoming to call that mountain.
So do the names change over time, or are they fixed?
Fixes,
Mm-hmm.
Fixed.
fixes.
And here there is 1,100 above sea level here. Mm-hmm. And on the highest one is 1700. Mm-hmm.
This is the name of the stream. All stream in this village. How is name? Also the name is becoming how is different way, like how it look like, how some animal is especially living there.
พาสุโคน่ะแลมาจากหรอเนี่ยพาสุโค
ก็น่ามี
like Pasuko Glo is the stream, and Pasuko is the name of a buffalo. So a buffalo loved to be there, and often it lived there. So people recognize that stream as Pasuko Glo.
This is ประเภทเนี่ยมันเป็นอะไรอย่าง
The main kinds of each
It's forest.
It's forest. Like the pink is the replant pine tree after the opium time stopped. The government took pine tree and put it here. And the blue one is the chestnut tree. And the yellow one is the national pine tree. So it's different from here. And the blue is the pine tree and other trees.
Mixed forest.
Mixed, yes.
forest.
And this one is the streams. So here is many times the worst thing happened here about fire. When the fire came from this side or this side, it's very difficult to stop it because the pine tree's leaf is very easy to get burned and very easy to go very fast. So this kind of place is more harmony with the fire. It can accept the fire, but it doesn't make any worse because the fire is very useful because when it goes to the many trees, like very diverse, each tree can make it balanced, and it can create the grass in the rainy season for the animals. But here, nothing. When elders took their cows, buffalo to the forest, they learn it naturally. Oh, this kind of tree they can pick it up. This for gum tree. This for herbs. When they get hurt, they feel not good.
We also learn from elder, generation by generation. It's important. We can go and notice automatically without asking elder, because before becoming knowledge, local wisdom knowledge to know about the forest is already long time ago. I don't know when, but we easily to ask elder, what is kind of tree, how can we use, and how it look like. They can easily explain and talk about that.
So you went with them and asked them, and what's this and how do we use it? And then they tell you. And you go in your families or as a group, or how does it?
Any in the village, any elder
When
man.
they're going, you just go along.
Yeah, like when we're going for fire break, when we interested in any tree, we just ask them, and sometimes we get some fruit. We ask them what is kind of fruit, and many times like when we go to to see our buffalo, because in rainy season we left it in the forest because we have to do our farming. So we went with the elders.
The important thing, I think, why we know, because of use of living, the basic of living, we have to use that. We have to use this. We have to go and get that. But if one day we just study in the school and no need to use anymore, this view, our generation can be lost.
You lose it.
You lose it easily.
Whatever are there, we use that seed to put it there. We don't need to take from England and plant it. It's not my case, but the chief minister of forestry, the third 1, 2, 3 are foreigner. They are not Thai. They were not Thai. So they brought the idea from West. Peter come. So that's why it happened here. It's not our wisdom at all.
This is not a local variety of pine here. They already have. They have many branches, leaves, and also is unuseful for building the house or
It's not
doing
good.
some. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, not
We
good.
have two kinds of pine tree traditionally. One is black pine, another one is yellow pine tree. But this one is a little strange.
So you would plant yellow pine or black pine if you.
Oh
could
no,
choose.
no. Maybe we can plant chestnut or mango
Okay.
that the birds can eat, human can eat. For this we cannot eat, even use it.
The important for being with the nature, don't disrupt so much. The important, we protect the fire from every fire can be happen in this area. Just we put and don't make a fire. That already automatically the seed, local variety of seed and tree, and or can be germinate and automatically sprout.
So see, fire is not our enemy. Fire can be very useful in very long years ago. But today, this time, the government advertised it, don't burn anything. So when we change the way of protecting our forest, like 10 years, there is no fire. But then after 10 years, there's one fire happen, everything gone, because it's too much leaves this big. So in long time, we let the fire come into our place to visit us like friends, because after that we know that many plants will grow up, many grass will grow up for our animals, for our children to go to the forest and pick the fruit.
I heard in a TV, I heard in Australia now the dangerous fire now is burning in Australia forest. I think that's also Thai. One is Thai government is brought the knowledge how to manage the area, how to manage the forest from the Western. But one day also Western have to be very important to know locally wisdom. The otherwise they can be harmful.
Now you know lots of forestry words in English. You know sprout, leaf, log.
Because a lot of white brother came here a lot, like my brother from America. So we learn from you. We learn from our brother and sister, and also you learn from us too.
Yeah.
There's not like in school. So the only
We learn from
teacher
each other.
supposed to teach, and our children very suffer. In the morning you can see they are very fun, very full of joyful. But then the evening they came back home with sadness, like zombie. See what's wrong in there.
Education system.
This is what the line is. I bought from shop. This map.
Yeah.
You can see nothing, but inside, after we know our local wisdom, we can draw
okay to
and we
eat?
can color, paint everything. Many things still in many detail inside. We have to look and see and go back to our elder to ask, to learn from every man who live in it. Yeah.
So now you've got some writing and you've got some paper documents, but where do the elders have that knowledge? Did they write it down or
Remember,
just remember?
Very strong. Really.
very strong.
Maybe 100 of folk story in their mind, their head all the time. So easily to tell us about the stories.
So when do you tell the stories?
When?
When?
Traditionally after harvesting or harvesting time or in the evening after bed. So we could never finish only one story
You can
because
see one book that there is only one
story.
human, one elder can remember that book, but more than that.
Okay. So you know lots of stories, yes?
some
Some.
because we have been cutting off our root, our knowledge when we are being in school.
And do you sing as well? Do you sing songs, poems?
We can do it. Not really good, but it's good enough for other
us.
brothers.
This is a beginning of this background. Now we facing new challenge, a lot of new challenge. Easily to be peace if we come back and to have a time to keep a time with our local, our nature, our wisdom, to be peace. But now many things is coming to take it our peace from us, by school, by medias, by everything that they call development. They call development. We need nice car, we need material use, we need big house. We never enough in the new idea. That is, you can't be peace anymore if you live in that style. In the nature, we cannot enough for us because everything you can change into money. But if you live in this style, in our local, looking everything they have living their life, you see the life inside. And if you destroy, it's not for local wisdom. That is our current, just why it's related. This is important. I think the world have to be more concerned about this.
So is this something you want to share with the world?
I was telling him once, and it seems like he loved it. Like he mentioned earlier, Otzie ke Otzie, Oko ke Oko, Ti mu de Kojo means use the water or drink the water. We should take care of the water. Take care of the water means what? The ocean, maybe the river, maybe the forestry, maybe take care of the land. The land is not only soil, right? There's rock there, soil, air, also all central beings. But today, it seems like each individual has very strong security by their own creation or their own gaining. Like you can have 10 pieces of warm clothes, 10 pair of shoes, so you don't need to ask for someone else. You just take care of yourself. But for me, when I'm feeling cold, I make a fire and talk to my brothers, and I forget about warm clothes. I don't need to go to the room, square room, and fulfill my to get rid my cold. So that means my security in yours, your security in me. So we don't need to buy too much stuff to satisfy our wanting, whatever. So that I think the elder was telling us many times, but how many times that we can hear from our heart, not from ears.
The another one of the team of Karen said that the most delicious is rice. Rice, that food can feeding everyone, every animal. The rice can be our living, our life, generation to generation. And the good, the beautiful, the most beautiful one is the mankind, the human being. That we have to see human being more beautiful, the most beautiful human being. And the most good smell was children, kid. That is the most beautiful, and the most good smell was kid and children. You can see how important of children. And the most coldest one is water. We have to see how important of water. That is the team, some team that elder is try to tell us. That is okay.
So when you have the young people, like yourselves, not the elders, and now they want a motorbike and a car and phone and things like this, what do you do to keep the old ways, the traditional ways, those people?
Actually, we don't want to tell that the old way is your way. The old way is good, the goodest in the world. What we want them to understand is how to walk two legs, how to know what English is, England is, America is, and how to know what pine tree is. So today I think it's very hard to prevent our culture without accept globalization. So if they want motorbike, they have to have it and explain on that what is good, what is bad in having things. But we try to keep. But maybe we can start with our children, our nephew, our family first, because it's very difficult to tell the others.
That we looking a chance to tell and to talk about this always, even difficult and becoming more difficult.
What do the others think? 'Cause you think that you see that you need two legs to walk. What do the other people think in the village?
Actually, it's not the other things, but the mainstream think instead of them ability. Because when they watch the television, oh good, nice car is good. So they start thinking to make money to get it. And school is let's say school is the globalization arms to create, to take over whatever they can. So they start to put everything in our head and take everything. They destroy our love, let's say, and they put something else instead. And about sending the children to school, the parents today very suffer. Many times the children comes out with drug thing, even die in the city. So they suffer. They have no choice because they don't have chance to to see what the two legs are. They only see one side sometimes.
So you would change? Would you change the schools if you could?
Yes.
How would you
Yes.
change it?
I will change from maybe from my hand, my feet, first with my brother or whoever. We have the same idea.
Because education is always educate people to be lost. They are locally proud. You have to be proud. The teacher always asking you, you have to be proud. You will be proud if you can be a soldier, if you can be a company man working in employment. You can be, if you can get money.
Right.
That is always you lose the proud of locally. If the school change idea and looking and seek into the local, and that I think that can be our hope.
I think any university, any monastic school, any school kind of schooling can be choice for us based on drink water, save water, use the land, take care of the Mother Earth. It can be any school can be a good place for our children. Our elder tell us that you never able to be wiser by treating by your parents. You have to experience by your own. What does that mean?
Who are the teachers here? Are there local people that are teachers, or are the teachers coming
Few of
from
them are local people, but
Yeah.
many of them are from the other place.
from, and they have education from the state?
Mhm.
The state. So, what do you think the local teachers? What do they mean? What do they feel? Would they like to go back to what you're talking about?
The local teacher also educate by that system. After they come back,
And they have to follow that.
yes.
Nothing different.
But do you know what they feel about it? How do they look about it?
They feel that they have to make money to because they got debt after 4 years study, so they worry too much about their debt. So they have to start from that point, but maybe longer if they have a child and their child create lots of problems, maybe they can realize that what's wrong in that system.
Then it's too late.
Yes,
Oh.
too late.
For one, I can see one of two teacher in local, in teaching in the school. They also want to follow with the most teacher in the school from other place. They need nice house. At the same time, they have a debt. Also, they need one car, two car. That is not so different. But now we have thinking and try to make new our school, because we sometimes we too tired to fight within school in the system, always changing. I mean, in this school, this teacher almost understand what we are trying to say, but they have to switch, because that system is working that way, and that's always working that way. This new one coming, we start to.
So if you were, have you thought about making alternatives? Making a new school system? How would you make it
Like
a
this
different one?
this garden, this area, this family, this my father, he's create his own call